The third drill that we would go over through the progressions is the hurdle jumps. I like hurdle jumps. I think this is a pretty good one to modify really for any level. Important to remember with your athletes here, there may be some fear involved. I did read somewhere when I was doing some research on this that it's good to use, once you get to your higher hurdles, just using rope or tape to come across. You don't have to worry about the injury of the plastic that comes across the hurdles. So just something to think about as you progress along here. The first thing I would do is really just go real basic where you can use just the domes, alright, and they can jump back and forth, okay, hopping back and forth over the domes or putting them out and having them jump from each dome. Then from there you may want to move on to a cone. Obviously a cone's a little bit higher, depending what size cone you have, real basic size cone, maybe 8 inches, alright, and again hopping back and forth over that. Then you can go over the actual hurdles, okay, the little agility hurdles. I think they come in 6 inches and 12 inches. If you've already done the 8-inch cone, then you can do the 12-inch hurdle. And once they can complete that, all right, pretty quickly, then you're setting yourself up for success there, where they can come back and forth over that cone. The higher they get, the more they're able to do it. Obviously, the higher they'll get with it, the more comfortable they feel with it, the more they practice it, and they can get that quick reaction time coming off of the ground, the higher you can go. So that's the first progression, but you can I guess consider that multiple progressions if you like, depending on how far the athlete comes along, but there are other things that you can do. So once you get to a good height, okay, where you're doing, that's a terrible hurdle, all right, but once you get to about the 12-inch hurdle, you really want to focus on, the progression of coming through those hurdles, all right, and having them go forward. So that would be my second progression. Once you can clear all of those smaller ones pretty easily, when you get to the 12-inch, hopping over them pretty consistently. And then from there to the third progression, I would say we'd go to the high hurdles then, and that can range, okay, the female high hurdle ranges anywhere from 30, I believe, to 39 inches. So if you put that up, okay, make this a 30-inch. Once they can clear that 30-inch pretty easily, you can go to the next, and then to the next. All right, ultimately ending up with the 42-inch, which is the male equivalent high hurdle height. Once they can clear that all the time, all right, depending on fatigue, obviously, but once your athlete can clear the 42-inch hurdle, then you really do have to progress at that point, because you can't really get a hurdle much higher with those type of jumps that you're trying to do. So from there, you could even essentially go back a little bit and go to 1 foot hopping on each foot till they can clear all those hurdles with 1 foot, and you can go through the same progression with all of those. And if you have an athlete that can clear 1 foot hop over 42 inches, I think you have a pretty elite athlete there that's going to do some great things. But again, those are my hurdle jump progressions. I like the progressions for this. I think, once an athlete gets comfortable, it's easy to move on to the next phase of these progressions and the higher height of hurdles.